Hello, my dear children. I welcome you all to today's English class. Students, I hope you remember that we had been learning the usage of simple present tense in our previous sessions. In continuation to that, today we are going to learn about the usage of do and does. That where should we use do and where should we use does. Children, we use do or does to make a question in the simple present tense. That means when we want to frame a sentence asking a question, then we make use of these two words do or does. Also, we use do or does to create negative sentences. Now, what are these negative sentences? Negative sentences means when we are saying no to something. Right? We'll learn more about it. Let's get going. Now children, we have learned that we use do and does while making questions in simple present tense and while in the formation of negative sentences. But now the question arises, where should we use do and where does should be used? There are certain rules for that. Let's see what are the rules. Children, we use do or don't. Don't is the short form of do not. With pronouns I, you, we, they, and with plural nouns. Plural nouns means the boys, children, girls, bats. These are all plural nouns. So do or do not, both of them are used with I, you, we, they, and plural nouns. Right? For example, I do. For pointing towards ourselves, we use the pronoun I. I do the work. Similarly, you. When we are pointing towards somebody, to the person to whom we are speaking, we make use of the pronoun you. Again, with you, we make the use of do. The helping verb do is used. You do. In a similar way, we do. Like we do our homework daily. So we, when we are talking of many people including the speaker, we make use of the pronoun we. With we, the helping verb do is used. They. With they also, we make use of do. So, I, we, you and they. With all these pronouns and with plural nouns, do is used. Now, does or doesn't. Doesn't is the short form of does not. So, does or doesn't, they are used with pronouns he, she, it, or with singular nouns. Right? Let's see. Like he does his work. She does the work. It does its work. Right? So children, with he, she, it and singular nouns, we make use of does. Now, how to form question sentences? In order to form yes or no questions, use do or does plus subject. Subject I have told you. Subject is the person about whom we are talking in the sentence. And the base form. Base form means the first form of the verb. Like do or does, then subject and then base form. For example, do you cook every day? Now children, notice over here that with you, we had learned that with I, we, you, they and plural nouns, we make use of do. That is the reason do has come over here. Do you cook every day? And does. Does anyone help with the cooking? Here we have made use of does. Now let's note the use of do and does. Do will be used when we are talking of I, you, we and they. Children, just imbibe this thing in mind. Like, do I clean the floors every day? Similarly, do you clean the floors every day? Do we clean the floors every day? Do they clean the floors every day? So this is about the pronouns. Now with plural nouns also we make use of do. So do the boys clean the floor every day? So that is how we make a question sentence using do. Now let's have a look at these examples. We have made use of all the pronouns and now we have come to know with which pronoun which word should be used, do or does. Do I go to the cinema? Do you go to the cinema? Now with he, does is used. Very simple. He, she, it and singular nouns. We make use of does. So, does he go to the cinema? Similarly, does she go to the cinema? Does it go to the cinema? Now with I, we, you and they, we make use of do. So, do we go to the cinema? Do you go to the cinema? And do they go to the cinema? So, in present simple, when we are asking questions, we frame sentences like that. Do or does, then the subject, then followed by the rest of the sentence. And always in simple present tense, we make use of first form of the verb. For example, do they like playing in the rain? Does the baby like drinking milk? The baby is a singular noun, so we have made use of does. Now children, this was about asking questions, when we have to ask questions. If you remember, in the beginning we had learned that do and does are also used with negative forms of sentences, like when we want to say no to something, like I do not read every day. Children, again the rule remains the same, that with I, you, we and they, we are going to make use of do, and with he, she, it and singular nouns, we'll make use of does. Let me read out these sentences for you. I do not read every day. You do not read every day. He does not read once a week. Or she does not read once a week. Again with we, do is used. So we do not read at home. You do not read at home. Similarly, they do not read at home. Now children, the short form of do not is don't and short form of does not is doesn't. Right? So these sentences would read as I don't read every day. You don't read every day. She doesn't read once a week. He doesn't read once a week. We don't read at home. You don't read at home. They don't read at home. A few more examples for you. They don't read. With they, do is used, and with negative sentences, not is used. So they don't read. He doesn't drive. He, she, it and singular nouns, we use does. So he doesn't drive. Again he, so we have to make use of does. He doesn't work. With I, we, you, they and plural nouns, we make use of very good, do. So they don't sing. Now children, I thought that with animations we all learn very quickly. So here is an animated version of do and does for you. Let's start then.
Do you like turtles? Here, do is used to ask question. You like turtle. This is a statement. I know that you like turtle. When we add do before it, it becomes a question. Do you like turtles? The reply is yes, I do. Do is used with I, you, etc. Does he like candy? He likes candy. If we turn it into a question, we add does before it. Does he like candy? Yes, he does. Does is used with he, she, it, etc. Does Raju play cricket? Does is used with name of a person or animal or place, etc. That is singular noun. No, he doesn't means the reply is no. He doesn't play cricket. Do they dislike noise? Do is used with we, they, or any plural noun. Yes, they do means the reply is yes, they dislike noise. Do cats eat eggs? Do is used with we, they, or any plural noun. Cats, it's plural form of cat. It means more than one cat. Yes, they do means the answer is yes, they eat eggs. Does your phone have internet connection? Does is used with he, she, it, or singular noun. Singular noun means the name of a person or an animal or a place, etc. Your phone, it is an object. So we use does to form a question. Does your phone have internet connection? The reply is yes. Yes, it has internet connection. So, how to form a question? You like sweets. It is a statement. I know the fact that you like sweets. If I add do before it, it becomes a question. Do you like sweets? Rahul plays cricket. This is a fact. Does Rahul play cricket? This is a question. We put a question mark at the end of every question. Don't put a full stop. I like birds. I do not like birds. The dolphin dislikes birds. So it says, I do not like birds. Do not is used with I, you, etc. Just as in the case of do. You read lots of books. You do not read books. When we add do not or does not in a sentence, it becomes a negative sentence. We don't play cricket. Don't is the short form of do not. We often use do not or don't to forbid or stop someone from doing something. For example, do not go there. Do not eat junk food. Do not talk loudly. Do not run on the stairs.
Yes, children, I hope you must have enjoyed this and the concepts would have been more clear in your mind. Now we have learned. Now we need to do some practice so as to improve our skills. Just to remind you, with I, we, you, they and plural nouns, we make use of do. And with he, she, it and singular nouns, we make use of does. Let's see how well you can do it. The first question for you is, you have to fill the sentence with do or does. Dash Peter play football? Do Peter play football or does Peter play football? For that, children, we have to pay attention to the subject. That means about whom we are talking. Yes, we are talking of Peter in this sentence. And Peter is the name of a person, that is a singular noun. Now, we have learnt the rule with he, she, it and singular nouns we make use of. Very good. Does. So it would be, does Peter play football? Next one. Dash they work hard? Do they work hard or does they work hard? Again, we have to pay attention to the subject about whom we are talking. We are talking of they. So, the rule says, with I, we, you, they and plural nouns, we use, very good, do. So, do they work hard? Next one. Does he go to school? Sorry, I have already told you the answer. Does he go to school by bus? But I might be wrong also. That can be for confusing you. Now, think of your own answer. Does she go to school by bus? Do or does? Very good. With he, she, it and singular nouns we make use of does. So does he go to school by bus? Next one. Does you have a telescope? Do or does? Again. I, we, you, they, and plural nouns. Do is used. So do will come. Do you have a telescope? Next one. Dash. They use a computer at school. Do they use a computer at school? Or does they use a computer at school? Now children, again, I, we, you, they and plural nouns? Yes. We make use of do. So, do they use a computer at school? Does she like maths? Do she like maths or does she like maths? Now, he, she, it and singular nouns we have to make use of does. So, does she like maths? Very good, children. You have done a good job. I'm sure you were all able to answer before listening to my answer. Let's have a quick recap. Do is used with I, you, we and they and plural nouns. And does is used with he, she, it and singular nouns. Children, as you do more practice, your concepts will become more clear. So keep practicing and happy learning. That's all for today. Stay blessed. Bye bye.